This is a horror game podcast. It is meant for mature audiences. It may contain adult language, violence, and sexual themes, as well as shocking revelations. Viewer discretion is advised. Special trigger warning. This episode deals with sexual assault and its consequences. Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I are playing the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. The scenario is A Family Way. It was written by Oscar Rios, and it's in a collection called An Inner Darkness, and it's from Goblin Press. Morgan Llewellyn is our keeper of arcane lore, and this is episode 2. Our recap will be given by Max Meltzer as his character, Gerald Musgrave. So, without any further delay, let's continue our journey into the darkness. Max?
This from the medical diary of Gerald Musgrave. Most doctors are expected to heal people, but I don't. People who come to me have something missing that they can never get back. A limb, an eye, what have you. It's strange being a doctor that specializes in amputations because you don't actually heal anybody. You just give them something to lean on while they think about how empty the place that once was is now. I was called by my old friend Catherine to a dive bar in New York City where I met up with a couple of her friends and we enjoyed some drinks together. Excuse me. She seemed to take an interest in one of her friends, an old college buddy, history scholar, Roger Sinclair, and asked him if he wanted to dance with her. We decided to give her space, and me, given that I have a wooden leg, couldn't exactly dance with them. However, while they were out there, they were approached by an odd-looking man. They talked to him for a few seconds, and then he went back. However, Roger made a not-so-subtle attempt at slipping out the back door, and when he did, the man came back along with his friends. Sensing that he needed backup, me, Lev, the artist, and Bernie Burns, the baker, decided to intervene on their behalf. We made our way over and were able to distract them for long enough for Roger and Catherine to slip out. We decided to mull things over at a quieter spot, and just in the middle of a scintillating conversation that Lev and I were having about the aesthetic merits of prosthetic limbs, he got a call. When he picked it up, he realized it was from Roger, and it sounded desperately that we needed to all go to Catherine's apartment right away. When we got there, she informed us of a most tragic incident that occurred to her. She was, as the kids say nowadays, living fast after our partying in college and having fun in the party scene all over the Eastern Seaboard. One day, she went to a party with the aforementioned weird-looking guy and decided to go back to his place to have some fun on his dime. However, he was one step ahead of her and her friends and poisoned their drinks with some narcotic. When they awoke, they had been sexually assaulted and their clothes were torn. They were bruised and battered. I told Catherine that I could assist her with the more physical side effects of the incident, but I'm afraid that the other side effects are something that I'm going to have my work cut out for me if I want to help her with. She's missing something now, just like my patients are, but I don't know what it is. I've never been in that position and I've never seen someone like her before. Now it's up to me to help her and her friends.
Okay, so Roger Sinclair, you were standing there in the crowd of people from the evacuated building. There's smoke in the air. People are rushing towards a woman who was just struck by a car. But you had just seen Catherine being forced into that car as it drove away.
Yep, and I'm going to give chase if I can. If anything, just to get the license number if I can't get physically close enough to be able to open the door and wrench the driver out of the seat.
Okay, let's say make a dex check.
Okay, I'm a relatively dexterous individual, but with my dice. No, 43 is... I can spend 3 points to make it hard if you want.
Okay, yeah, it does. Yeah, let's say you make it to the street. Um, I'd say you would need an extreme to get there quick enough to see the license plate clearly. Um,
That's a lot of luck. So
well,
no,
yeah.
I'm not going to burn
Uh,
that.
but you do get a good look at the car. Like you would definitely, even though it's black, you would recognize it again if you saw it.
Hmm.
Um, and it speeds off and around a corner, and this woman is screaming. She's gripping her hip. Um, People are scrambling to get medical attention. There are emergency vehicles now coming to respond to the fire. Um,
I'll keep out of the way of that. There's too many cooks and all that. So yeah,
mhm.
make sure that there's... You don't want to crowd the poor woman. And then I'm going to have to try and go look for a phone.
Okay.
Every street corner.
Mm.
Yeah. So you go, you find a payphone. Who are you calling?
Whoever I can find first, I'm going to work conveniently, as if it's an order on my screen. I'll go Lev, Bernie, Gerald, depending on who I can get hold of first.
Okay, so Lev, you had dropped off the strange tiara
Mhm.
um, with the Christofferson um, for appraisal. Where did you go after that?
What time is it? That must have been in the middle of the day.
Mhm.
Um,
It's in the later afternoon. We'll say it's around 3 p.m.
okay. Um, had we decided on a rendezvous point? Uh, I'll go back to my apartment or my
Yeah, you would
flat
expect for
because
them to go back to the
I
place where they
expect
would
for them to
go.
be
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. So while you're at your apartment, you're waiting for Roger and Catherine to return, and you get a phone call.
Ah, uh, Lev Milford.
Hey, it's me. A couple of goons have picked her up and they've swiped Catherine.
Oh shit. Where are you? I'll come pick you up.
Insert.
I'll be there in a minute.
Okay, so yeah, you drive down by Bernard College and you find Roger uh,
Yeah.
standing on the side of the road.
Hop on in. And
Be able.
they went that away, drive in some kind of in again whatever description of the car, presumably any color you like as long as it's black.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll drive in that direction. Where could they have gone? Are they heading for the uh uh where are we? We're in New York, right?
You're yeah,
Mhm.
you're
Are
in
they heading
Manhattan.
towards are they heading perhaps towards the highway that leads towards Massachusetts? That would be my first thought.
The direction they were headed was I want to say west. They were heading off of Manhattan, inland.
So Jersey side.
It was hard to know where exactly they went, but they were headed.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's go find the boys.
from you, they were headed in the direction of Central Park, which, if they kept going, would get them. Yeah, but I have a hard time describing New York, and
Right, yeah.
my map is not oriented north to south, so I think they were headed west. Yeah.
All right. We'll try to get the boys, and we need to go to the police and have them put out an APB.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can do my best to describe it. I mean, I couldn't get the license plate, but I can at least give a description of the rough vehicle. But God knows how many of them there are.
This might not apply to our story, but if I said what color was the license plate, if Massachusetts license plate would be different, then I don't know if they were back then. They were when I was a kid, but
I honestly don't know the answer to that question. I will just say
I'll just
it seemed it didn't stand out in that way.
okay. All right, so we'll drive by and get Bernie and Gerald and head to the police station. Yes, I need whoever's in charge. We have a young woman who's been kidnapped. We have a description of the car. We think they might be from Massachusetts.
A detective comes over.
We tell him the
we're
whole
gonna
story
Tell the whole story.
and say that he's probably is his last name Bishop? It was
Yeah,
something Bishop. Yeah.
Doug Bishop.
Doug Bishop, and he has kidnapped this young woman after raping her. I'll just say it that way.
And the detective says, we'll look into it.
Okay, please put out an APB. They're on the road.
As I said, we'll look into it, sir.
Look into it. I probably lose my temper. You must stop the car.
I've got to narrow my eyes and have a look at this guy. Can I do a psych roll to see if I'm getting any vibes that it's just, oh, this is just another random case that I can't be bothered to deal with, or if he's deliberately trying to hold things up?
Yeah, give me psychology.
And I'm too angry to do a psychology. I'm just outraged.
No, I'm going to hold on to my luck. So that's just a fail.
I want, since I saw that interesting article in the news, I'm going to take a shot in the dark here and be like, yeah, her friends were named Barbie, etc., and see if he looks like he notices any of those names or recognizes them.
He seems to, actually, when you mention the others. And he looks over at his notes with the statements that he's taken. He's like, someone will be want to talk about that. So find someone to talk to you. Just have a seat.
If there's need help identifying the body, I am a doctor. I could definitely help with that, even if, as I've heard, the face is disfigured.
Yep, have a seat. So you are all seated in the lobby at this cramped seating in this police station.
I can't believe they're not immediately responding.
police.
We should have told them that she is a rich girl.
And
That might have helped.
Or maybe maybe she had a
Gerald,
stockpile of donuts with her. But
as you're sitting there waiting, you see a man in a suit and a trench coat, hat, come in and start chatting up with the detectives, and you recognize him. He was the one who was standing on the street corner that first night. Him and somebody else.
Okay, I'm gonna inform the rest of the people.
So, this is the one that Bernie and Gerald accosted, yeah?
So he's one of them? Dear God.
This goes pretty deep. Maybe one of us ought to follow her, or I mean, follow him.
I don't know. We can't trust the police. Who can we trust?
I have an idea, and let's just tell me what you guys think about this. Even if we can't trust the police, it's possible we could get this guy restrained under medical grounds, mental health. If this guy's a maniac, as he appears to be, and obsessive, then could we maybe get him sectioned?
How quickly do those wheels turn, though?
I mean,
They still have to
depends.
have him in custody.
It's just an idea.
Yeah, it certainly put him outside of the protection of the police. But it depends on how quick you can get those wheels to turn and what force you can bring to bear to get him into medical custody.
You still have to convince them too, and all that time's going by. We could find out where this maniac lives. This Doug Bishop. I doubt seriously that his mother and father would approve of him raping young women and kidnapping them.
Well, this guy with the hat and the trench coat, like, I mean, I'm having a hard time restraining myself. I kind of want to beat him up and question him. I don't want to get arrested myself. I kind of think I should just shadow him for a bit to see what I can eavesdrop.
So find out where he goes, and when he goes to somewhere, maybe some dingy cop dive apartment, wherever he deems to call home, then we go pay him a visit, and then we can go and let you loose on him.
There you go.
Yeah, well, I'm not very sneaky though. I'm not. If I follow
Neither
this
am
guy,
I.
he's going to see me.
As my performance at the clubs adequately highlighted, neither am I.
Yeah.
I don't know, Bernie. You're rather the everyday man. The trench coat and a hat. You just look like everyone else on the street.
So as you're sitting there talking, some time has gone by. They've made you sit here for a while. Man eventually walks over. It's an older man, be about in his 50s, in a thin brown suit. Say, I'm Detective Brown. Good afternoon to you.
It's not a good afternoon at all. Our friend was kidnapped on the street. Miss Catherine Dennison. She was kidnapped by Mr. Doug Bishop.
You said that you New one, Barbie, uh, Barbara Shandon.
Yeah. Um, about that. Yeah, she's been missing for a while, and we think we know who took her now that our friend's been kidnapped.
They're all in on it together.
Look, you're talking a lot of words. You don't really seem to have a lot of evidence. We'll look into it, sir. But
Aren't you the
I
ones
mean,
who
I
are
don't know if
supposed to
you
gather the evidence?
What other leads do you have?
leads. We don't even know that there's anything to look into. Look, when Barbara Shandon came in here to give her statement, she says with a lot of derision. Um, Look, I saw how short her dress was. She told me she went back to that hotel room, her and her friends, willingly, that they've been drinking and doing other drugs, fully admitted to that, and none of the others came forward. So you tell me how you build a case from that. Um, I just think that I told her to drop it, but she's one of those types who can't accept the responsibility for her poor choices.
Well,
We had to
regardless of
call
whether
one of
it's
her babysitters, Officer Mary, to deal with her.
regardless of whether it's her choice or not, actually having a upstanding member of the law enforcement agency who gives a fucking shit about her outcome that she's in at the minute would have been quite nice.
If you want, I can call Mary down here so you could talk to her.
Look, it seems like you're taking the side of the criminals in this case.
You all seem rather upset.
She was kidnapped right in front of us. We were trying to keep
Again,
her
well, you don't have
safe.
evidence that that really happened. There's a lot of
Jesus
things going
Christ.
on.
There's a dozen
Look,
people on the street that
she
saw it
got into
happen.
a black Ford driving in Manhattan. Like, as I said, we'll look into it.
Well, you'll find her dead on the seashore, and then you'll say, "Oh, geez, maybe we should have done something."
No, they won't even do that.
Yeah, you won't do that. Well, we've got half a mind to take this into our own hands immediately. Fuck you. Ooh, sorry
There's
about
no
that.
Well said,
no
Lev.
need for
We
that
should
kind
be
of
leaving.
language, sir.
Yes, there is a call for it right now. It is definitely situation appropriate language. And
Look,
I'm going
if
to
you're going to
stand
just
up in
sit
a
here,
huff.
yeah, if you're just going to sit here and bitch, you could just, it's just better if you leave. If you could behave yourself, you can wait for Mary to come. I'm sure she won't mind wasting her time.
Who the fuck is Mary?
Officer Mary, she's the one who dealt with the Barbara Shandon.
Well, a woman. Yes, I definitely would rather have that. You just go back and have your coffee and donuts, and we'll speak to Officer Mary.
And he goes back, and then he picks up the phone.
Angry.
And they make you sit there for another 45 minutes.
Pacing back and forth.
And then you see a young officer comes inside. She walks up to you. It's only been very recent that there have been women police officers in New York. So for some of you, this may be the first time you've seen a woman in a uniform. And she walks over to you and she says, "You're the ones here about Barbara?
We hear about Barbara. We hear about Catherine.
Walk with me. Walk with me." And she leads you outside of this police station. Look, I tried my best. She came in, I took her statement. They wouldn't let me build a case off of it. I mean, there'd be little chance of doing so. This is all off the record, by the way. If you're part of the press, you can't quote me on this, but um, look, even if we do make arrests in these types of cases, they get off most of the time. Um, and even if we do manage to get convictions, they get overturned, right? No one in New York goes to jail for rape. It's been this way for years.
Kidnapping?
Well, the kidnapping, that is new. Um,
We have reason to believe
look,
that these.
hey, listen, right? Listen, you listen to me for a
Yes,
second.
ma'am.
When I was trying to help Barbara, I tracked down these Bishop boys. I told them they had better behave themselves or leave my town. Um, again, nothing came of it. I was told to drop it. They're rich, you understand. They're well connected. Um, and I tried to check up on her, Barbara, that is. But there's been no answers at her home.
Yeah, you need a
Uh,
snorkel to check up on her.
Okay, so we understand you're working within the frame of your job. Our friend was just taken. Do you have any locations that the bishops have in town? Do they have an apartment, a condo? We need to go get our friend right now, whether
look,
law
I
enforcement permits it or not.
look, the Bishop boys have a harassment complaint against me. I've been ordered to leave them alone.
Oh,
But
I
well, you
can't
don't
get
have to
to.
come.
could
I
you,
don't.
off the record, give us an address?
I don't have anything. Again, I haven't had the time to investigate this matter. I don't.
But
I
you said
know.
you
I
tracked
know
them
they're
down.
from. Yes, yes.
How
From
did you
what I
track them
believe,
down?
but they've been going to clubs in the city, parties and the like.
Now that they have the girl in the back of their trunk, they don't need to go to any more parties. They'll take her somewhere secluded, rape her a few more times, and then dump her poor body into the water. And you'll find her next week. The case solved, right? Nothing we can do
Unless
about it.
unless they decide to go out and do it again to another poor bunch.
That doesn't save Catherine. Uh, maybe we'll
But it
get
could happen.
lucky.
Well,
Um, thank you.
if
You
I were
tried.
you,
Yes.
look, if they have gone after Catherine, one of their victims again, it is likely that they will have done the same with the other girls. So if I were you, I would follow up with the others.
If
They
Do you
might not
have
if
come back.
they've
contact for Barbie?
She gives you look, I called her office where she worked, but they fired her. Um, but look, she gives you her home address, her apartment. You could try dropping by, but again, I've tried checking up on her. I haven't heard anything. I don't know about the other three.
if you write this all down, you said it's off the record, but in some cases, I want some of this on the record. That if we manage to track these boys down, you can better believe we're going to beat this living shit out of them and get our friend back. And if not, we're going to drag them in here and have them thrown in jail.
Well, you don't want that on the record. Because if I knew that you were about to go commit something like that, I might have to take you in. But as we said, this conversation's off the record. Best of luck to you. If you do catch the bastards, give them what they deserve. My hands are tied.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thankfully, ours
Good
aren't.
luck.
Well, something in me says that they're not going to be going to any clubs for the next week or
Yeah.
so.
So, I met Margie. She's a miserable, just drinking herself to death at the bar. Wasn't really friendly. She didn't seem concerned for much of anything. I gave her my number and said that she should try to reach me if somebody comes for her, but I don't know. She didn't feel threatened or worried in any way. She was just sad that her friends weren't hanging out with her.
Until you know that somebody is a murderer, raper, and kidnapper, don't you're not afraid of them being such. Uh,
Yeah, well, we could keep an eye on her, thinking that she's
where
bait, but she won't cooperate willingly.
did Catherine say where this took place? Did they take her and her friends back to their residence?
It was
In which
in a
case,
different
Margie
city, I believed,
It took place in a hotel room.
could it have
in New
been
York.
their hotel room? Yeah. So maybe Margie would know where that hotel room is. That could be where they've held up.
Yeah, to be perfectly honest, I see no reason why they'd be going under assumed names. After all, they own the fucking police force. Why don't we just call the richest hotels in town and see if they're there?
There's about
Although
400 of them.
they also wouldn't tell you because they won't
Mm-mm.
reveal the names of their guests.
But the
But
girls might know where that room is. They've been there.
although what you could do is potentially try and circumvent asking for them. If we draw up a short list of the big hotels, the Astoria working down kind of down the list, just to ask or call the front desk and ask to be put through to their room, or say, "Hey, we've got a phone call for them," and if they then go and say, "One moment, sir," that they're going to go and get them or connect a call through to them, that's kind of directly telling us they're there. Hang up the phone, go to the hotel, get a room, and then we can go administer some room service to them.
Yeah, yes, that's a good idea. That shouldn't take too long. There's also another trick that you reminded me of. We could walk up to the front desk. They don't know who everybody looks like. You walk up to the front desk and you say, "Yes, do you have any mail for Doug?" Like this. At which point they'll turn around and check the slot with his room number on it. And then we'll
Take
know
his
what
room
his
number.
room number is.
Yeah.
Let's get to work. Need 4 phones.
Okay, somebody roll a d10 for me.
I'll roll it. 7.
It takes you 7 hours before you realize this isn't leading you anywhere.
Oh no.
So that's the day gone.
By now she could be at the bottom of the ocean.
You're fairly
Dude.
confident that if they're around, they're not staying at a hotel.
Lev, I don't want to call any more strangers.
Do what to do.
Is
Bir-
there a
Birdie,
phone
make it.
book? I'm not too familiar with how the infrastructure worked at that
Yeah,
point.
I don't know.
Because I'm wondering if they're rich enough, do they have their own place here, and would they be listed in the phone book? So just going down Bishop D.
We'll say yes. There's something you can check a phone book, but no, they don't have a place here in New York.
Right.
And they could have just taken her to Massachusetts. That's 4 hours away. They would have already been there.
Bernie, make an idea roll.
Oh my gosh, a 97. That's not very good. Sorry.
Catherine say anything to us? Do we need to?
The only other thing we can think of doing is going to find one of the other girls and literally wait in their apartment for these goons to turn up and then grab them when they try and snatch them as well.
The one thing that bothers me the most in this whole thing, thinking it over for 7 hours, as we've been doing this, is why did Doug write the note and leave the present? It's not really what a rapist would do, is it?
Well, I asked several of my analyst friends, and they came up with he's probably not mentally well.
Although there is
news, the sky is blue.
There is some precedent in previous older civilizations where the boy kidnaps the girl, has sex with her, and then demands from the parents that he get married to her because he's gotten her pregnant. It's a barbaric practice. But I don't know. Was that his goal? Was his goal to find a wife? She didn't want him, so that doesn't matter, does it?
Make an idea roll, Ev.
Let's hope I get better than 97.
98.
I believe in you.
I got a 3.
Nice.
Lev, you feel like you're exactly right.
I mean, the series of events, and the fact that he's apologizing to her after the incident.
And this is what I mean. You think that this group was going out to get women pregnant. And
spreading their seed, their wild oats.
And trying to make them their wives. Now, this kidnapping them after the fact.
If that is in fact the case, then we should eventually be able to track them down, because they'll be going home to Massachusetts and bringing their wives with them. So their wives might be in chains in the basement.
Well, yeah, I think maybe we should just go to where he lives.
Or is the Bishop estate. They are rich. Yeah. They might just throw us off their property. Oh, wait, maybe there's a listing in Boston. Maybe he has his own place. He doesn't necessarily live at mommy and daddy's house. Let's see if we can find a...
Everybody give me an idea roll.
Oh, wow. I got a 7 that time.
Okay.
Hard for me.
I got a 47 out of 60, so I still have.
Okay. You haven't gone to the coroner's office, but you believe that Barbara is dead. Catherine has been kidnapped. Marjorie is seemed to be left alone. drinking. You do not know what became of Cindy.
Cindy.
And with your extreme burning, if anybody knows where Cindy is, it's going to be Margie.
Yeah.
Our
I
only
think
lead.
Yeah, I tried a kind approach. I think maybe we should surround her. Like, and thinking of if they're trying to get girls pregnant, then they might not be very happy with her drinking as much as she has.
What, drinking's good for a baby. Everybody knows
I don't think to the
that.
extent that she was. You know how you were trying to make that poison cocktail to kill the one for Catherine? I think that might be what she was doing.
Mm, that's true.
But yeah, we could. I mean, I don't want to kidnap her forcibly, but if we could get her out of the bar and
let's
somewhere safe with us.
let's just go talk to her. If we're all there, we might be able to intimidate the information out of her.
I don't want to intimidate a victim.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of where my mind was going.
Well, perhaps I chose the wrong words. Bernie said that she was a bit hostile. Maybe we just plead our case to her.
Mhm. Like reinforce with numbers rather than and give a persuasive argument rather than going in there and screaming at the poor girl or shouting
Yeah,
at her.
yeah. Well, Bernie, lead the way.
Yeah. Um, well, it's at this bar. Hopefully she's still there. Let's go for it.
If we've got time in this 7 hours to get some stuff together, there's a couple of things I'd like to put together in kind of a go bag for if we do eventually meet up with these folks. Beans, as I'm a relatively wealthy individual myself, and I've got some time to play around with such things. One of my favourite pastimes is clay pigeon shooting. So I imagine I've got a shotgun somewhere definitely with the skill I've invested in it. Would
Yeah.
like to take that, as many shells as I can bring with me. And if I've got a nice hammer and some nails, definitely grab them. And a set of pliers. Because
Oh,
I feel feel a spot of DIY coming on. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and if I could get like some narcotic, I'll get that. That could like knock someone out.
Okay.
Does it smell
And
like
so you
chloroform to you?
you yeah, you gather your chloroform, you gather your weapons. You head to the Garter Club. It's much busier now that it's night. But Bernie, you see Margie is still at that part of the bar with her tower or little wall now of empty glasses.
Well, I'll do the Bernie move and order her a water and sit next to her.
Oh, it's you again.
Yeah. Hey, how have you been holding up?
Oh, having the time of my life.
Well, Margie, I'd like to introduce you to mine and Catherine's friends. We have Lev, Roger, Gerald, and Catherine has gone missing, been taken.
Taken. Oh
kidnapped.
my, that's awful.
She was snatched from the university earlier today.
We were hoping you could help us out a little. Um, we're now looking for Cindy. You know where we might find her.
Well, last I talked to the Cindy, she told me that she was pregnant. Um, she's planning to have the baby, she said, and was it at a maternity house a Catholic place. Blessed Rosary, like the necklace, I think.
Should be able to find that in the book. Um, we do think that you should be a little more careful because these gentlemen seem to be kidnapping uh, you ladies. Um, Gentlemen, we have a place to go, plus Rosary. You have any other questions for her? No? Right. I'll go to the phone book and see
What
if I
was
can.
that?
I was going to say maybe if she's got some way of getting home, not on her own, because if these guys are going to go around snatching these girls, then she might be next on the list. So for God's sake, don't go anywhere alone.
Yeah, Margie, do you have any family that lives nearby?
No.
We could call you a cab, get you back to your apartment.
We could buy you a hotel for the night. Just somewhere that I don't know if you're concerned about these men visiting you again.
Tell me if this is an impertinent question, but has your cycle been normal?
Uh-huh. Like clockwork.
Well, I don't think we have anything to worry about then.
Well, how would they know
I
that?
can't get pregnant, I'll have you know.
And why is that?
I have premature ovarian insufficiency.
Oh, of course.
And she takes another drink.
Again,
Um,
how would they know?
yeah, how would they know? Barbara, was Barbara able to get pregnant as far as you knew?
As far as I know,
Not anymore. Um, well, we're not going to force you to leave, but if you want our help to get home, we'll do it. But we need to find Cindy. We'll go to the Blessed Rosary.
you can look for her there. Let's see. That guy, I think his name's Leo, points at a person across the room. I think he went out with Cindy a couple of times. He might know where she lives.
Gerald?
Yeah, let's go talk to Leo.
Leo.
You leave Margie. Um, you go over to Leo. Um, and he's drinking and he sees the four of you approaching, and his jovial manner gets a little perplexed and maybe a little intimidated to just have four strangers walking up to him. And he's, can I help you?
We hope so.
Sorry to interrupt your evening. There's been uh, there's been a number of kidnappings and sexual assaults that have taken place. We're currently looking for Cindy. Uh, Margie over there said that you dated her.
Yes, you're Margie's friends. Yes, I dated Cindy for a little bit. Um, Look, I know you said noble causes and all that, but I can't. What do you mean? What's going on?
So there's Barbara, Cindy, Margie, and Catherine. At this point in time, Barbara has been murdered. Catherine has been kidnapped. Um, Margie is there, and Cindy is missing. We need to find Cindy. We think we know who's responsible, but we don't have any way to get the police to do anything about it. So we're hoping to find Cindy and at least protect her.
Roll persuade with a bonus die.
Persuade with a bonus die. What is my persuade? Oh, 35. We'll see. I got 13 on the first roll and 99 on the second roll.
So he believes you, what you're saying, and he gives you Cindy's address. It's like, well, that's terrible. I hope she's okay.
Yes, we're also worried about Margie there. Do you think if you're staying here, do you think you could at least make sure she gets home safe?
Oh, I can do that, yeah.
Excellent. All right, gents, let's go find Cindy.
Yeah, and as you're leaving, you see that Leo goes over with another man he was with, and they start talking to Margie. So you go over to Cindy's address. It's late at this point. It's like almost midnight. You walk into the apartment building, and the super wakes up, seated at a desk, and he's like, "Thank God, are you Cindy's brother at last?"
Yeah.
He is.
Oh, yeah, Robert, right? Robert North.
We're worried sick about her.
Oh, well, didn't think you'd be here till tomorrow. But Cindy said you might come today. Um, Let me know if you need anything. Just knock on my door. Here's the key. Yeah, Godspeed.
And as we're going upstairs, I say, I think he was coming to get her things to bring them to her at Blessed Rosary.
That makes sense.
Does that make sense? That's my guess.
Okay, so you go into her apartment building. It's clean. There are a number of there's about half a dozen packed boxes in the middle of the living room floor. The beds are stripped, the closets are empty. It looks like it's just been recently cleaned. There is on the counter an envelope that says to Bobby written on it.
Theme will open that envelope.
If she sealed it.
That's true. She might not have.
Whoa. Cursive galore. Dear Bobby, thanks for coming to pick up my things. I promised to explain everything when you got here, but I couldn't do it in person. This letter is the best I could do. Forgive me. I've gotten into a situation with a man I've been seeing, and I ended up getting pregnant. Please don't be angry and don't tell Mom or Dad. The father is a man named Brian Bishop from a wealthy family in Massachusetts. He's actually happy this happened. You're a fucking arsehole. When he found out, he took me to this wonderful Italian restaurant, and then we walked to a nearby marina where he pointed out his family's yacht. It's a beautiful boat with an odd name, Leviathan. He then asked me to marry him, and I accepted. I know this isn't the way things are supposed to be, but I'm going to make the best of it. I know you want to know if I love him. I hope one day I will grow to love him. The baby will have a father and I'll be cared for. I won't have to work anymore and I'll be getting married and starting a family. That should make Mum and Dad happy at least. For now, we'll be living with his family. They have a large house. He's promised to restore his grandmother's mansion just for us. He wants to have a big family. Yeah, I bet he does. Unfortunately, I don't think his family is Christian, as he's mentioned that I needed learning about his family's religion. He mentioned something about an order of Dagon. I have the idea of converting to another religion. I hate the idea of converting to another religion, but I'm sure I can talk him into letting me put up a Christmas tree, and maybe getting the children quietly baptized. Anyway, that's the story. I'll write you once we get to Innsmouth. I'm sure we've heard that already. That word before, or the place name. Tell everyone that I love them, I miss them, and most of all, I'm so sorry for disappointing them. Your little sister, Cindy. Hey, we got to go sink a boat.
If she wrote that letter, I'm wondering, can we look around the room to see if there's any correspondence that would match the handwriting so that we can make sure that she wrote that note? In which case, I hate to say it, but she's made her decision.
But Catherine was kidnapped.
Right. That doesn't necessarily mean Brian. Jesus. This is horrible, and we're all wrapped up in it now. Why was Barbara killed?
Maybe she got angry and aborted the kid already.
Exactly.
Did Catherine drink your abortive drink? Well, we know there's a boat now. I mean, if they were going to hold up somewhere, that's probably where they would do it.
Everybody make a spot hidden, because you talked about looking for something else.
Oh,
09.
Oh my gosh.
76.
You look through the garbage, and you find a note scrawled on the back of an empty envelope.
Yep, same dodgy font.
Matteo's.
Yeah, Matteo's has got to be the Italian restaurant that they mentioned. Northmore Beach.
Moore Beach. Yeah. So we know where the restaurant is, which means we know where the pier is. They went for a walk to his yacht. And we know it's named the Leviathan. We should be able to find it rather easily, unless it's gone.
Mm.
Innsmouth. I mean, we talked earlier about the bishops of Innsmouth. I think the Marshes are all gold merchants, but something tells me that that town has a kind of bad reputation, as I recall.
Never heard of it.
It's a fishing village,
Never heard of it.
It was once a fishing village.
Didn't think there was that much money in fish.
That's what it was. It was the fellow that I went and saw this afternoon. He said that crown was extremely unusual, and that he called it one of the Innsmouth artifacts. Says there's one like it in a museum down on the coast. Yeah, he said it's very strange. And she said, a non-Christian, there's some very strange stuff going on here. I mean, who's not Christian? Or the atheist.
Who cares? Kill them all, let God sort them out.
Well, that's a very Catholic thing to say. So what's with the maternity house?
She must have changed her mind. I mean, I hope that this letter was recent, that she
Well,
was
he's supposed to
approached
be here
recently, so
tomorrow.
they haven't left. Well, I mean, yeah, but either she hopped on that boat and left already, or that boat's still there. We got to go check it out.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. So you pull up a map, you find this Matteo's Italian restaurant. Um, it is by the waterfront. In upper west side of Manhattan.
Okay.
So for those following along at home, it's in the direction that you saw them driving away.
Are we armed?
I am.
Roger's got a shotgun. Gerald has mixed up some chloroform.
I did get along a pair of pliers because I was thinking we might have to interrogate someone who turned up to try and snatch one of the other girls. So I was planning on removing some fingernails if need be. But
Oh
I've
my
also got some
goodness.
hammer and nails. As far as I'm concerned, these people are animals. They do not deserve any kind of treatment according to any well,
Hmm.
that we would afford any human being.
Goodness,
Well,
Roger,
I'll
you've come
take
up with
the hammer
strangest
from
ideas.
you.
Mhm.
Bernie's got a hammer. So it is too late into the night for anywhere to be open to purchase a firearm.
Well,
You
I
can
have my
take my
sharp
leg.
wit.
Yeah, shotgun's good.
Okay,
Um,
so
let's
you
go.
drive down um, to Mateo. Um, and yeah, it is right next to a number of piers.
Let's go for a walk, gentlemen, and see if we can find the Leviathan.
Mhm. And as you mentioned, it was still fairly cool for this time of year, yeah.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, really.
I can conveniently have a long
every
coat with me,
make a
which
make a
is yeah.
make a group luck roll, everyone.
Who's got the
I'm on
lowest luck?
I'm on 57.
I've got 70. So who's got
I
lower than 50?
have 45. Do we have a winner?
That's you.
Yep.
Unless Bernie's got lower.
And we also have a loser because I failed.
Okay. There is a very bright moon in the sky.
Well, that means we can read that can't be bad. We can read the names on the boats easier.
Um, looking around, make everybody make a spot hidden check for me. Roger, you can do so with a bonus die.
Hey.
I once again got an 03.
92 or 42. I will go with 42 to give me a regular success.
Okay. Yeah, Lev points it out to you first, and then Roger, you can confirm that you see the car that you saw Catherine forced into parked. There is no boat in this pier. Um,
Should we let the tires down?
Let's check the trunk.
Mhm.
um, so you're looking around, you do see there's nothing in the car. It's easily searched. Won't make you roll or anything. Um, One, you see that there is an office with the lights still on,
An
and
office.
emerging
Okay.
like a pier, like a dock management office
Yeah.
with the lights still on. Um, and emerging out of the shadows, you see this man. Um, he's in dirty clothes. He's got long, tangled hair, a messy beard. Um, Has staggering, seems to be a bit drunk um, along the waterfront. And he starts to shuffle towards you.
Does he look? I mean, so he came out of the office.
No,
Uh,
no. He was walking along the waterfront.
I see. But the light in the office is still on.
Yeah.
Okay. The Port Authority might know where the comings and goings of the ship. So the yacht. Oh, who is this coming towards us, gentlemen?
The local bum.
Now I've got some spare change.
Hey, you kids, you looking for something?
Yes, quite frankly. A ship called the
Oh,
Leviathan.
oh, this is my bit of river. Nothing escapes my notice.
There was a yacht here the other day. You remember?
I might remember.
Look, old man. Ah, perhaps later you can treat yourself to some fine whiskey, and I'll put the change into his hand. It's like 25 cents, which is
Looking for the Leviathan? Oh, that's the think I know where that old ship got off to. Follow me.
follow. We'll follow him.
Can I do a psychology to
You
see?
absolutely can do a psychology roll.
This guy's kind of sus.
I'm so trusting.
Oh no, I failed. Should I spend
Oh,
a lot of luck?
well, I rolled a 13, and I'd like to spend 2 to make it an extreme.
Bernie, this man intends to do you great harm. Come, follow me. The ship is this way.
Nah, guys. Let's talk to the Port Authority.
Are you saying that to us when he's out of earshot?
Yeah, he's grabbed us, not
Well,
letting us go.
he doesn't. Yeah, he's not walking ahead of you. He's like, come on.
Has he grabbed somebody?
No,
He
no,
hasn't
I meant
grabbed
you
anyone.
grabbed us. You grabbed
Oh,
us
yeah,
to
yeah,
keep us
yeah.
from being stupid.
But he hasn't walked that far ahead of you. He's waiting for you. Don't you want to see the ship?
I don't trust this guy at all. This is no good.
Are you kind of intimating that to us non-verbally?
Oh, I mean, I just like say that hushedly. He might have heard me.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to look over the guy's shoulder as if there's someone behind him that's coming towards us, and seeing does the guy turn around to look.
You start to like look past him, and he turns around to look at where you're looking.
At that point, get hold of the shotgun by the butt, so that as he turns round, I plan on uppercutting him with the butt of the gun.
Give me fighting brawl.
I'll take 12. In fact, I will spend 2 points of luck to bring my 12 down to a 10, making that an extreme.
Okay, what's your max damage?
That will be D3 plus D4. Well, that's if it's unarmed. So does the gun count as a club?
Yes.
6 for, so a D6 for a club. So that will be 10 points.
Okay, let's see if he falls unconscious, because that is a major wound.
You just murdered some poor bum. That's what they're for, though.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, Roger. Thanks for having my back.
You just blood just spews out of his mouth. His jaw made an awful clicking noise. You think you dislocated his jaw. And he is out like a light.
I could have just used the chloroform.
There's something more satisfying about doing it this
And
way.
as he hits the ground, this rusty old butcher's knife stumbles out of his coat.
I'll pick up the butcher's knife and throw it into the water.
Waste not, want not, but
I'm sorry I wasn't thinking, but shall we rob him?
If there's anything to rob.
I want my change back.
I was going to say, the one thing to rob is the
take my
quarter you
change.
gave him.
I'll take my change back.
And that's it.
Does he have any tattoos?
Yeah, if you
Gonna
start,
strip him.
um,
I'm a doctor.
Trust him.
he does have some strange tattoos on him. They're all nautical. And you do see that he has reminiscent of the fish figure that you saw in the tiara swimming with the nude woman. It's very reminiscent of that.
Lev, do you recognize any of these?
Yeah, perhaps he's part of this religion of theirs. Order of the Dagon. Isn't Dagon a Philistine god from the Bible?
I thought it was
A
just
fish, half human.
I thought it was a typo for dragon, because that was the only thing that made sense to me. Just they missed the R.
Well, I guess I'm not sure how I feel about this, but we have our source of information.
Well,
So the police won't go after this family, and how many people do they have working for them? There's just all these weird, shadowy creeps that follow him around and assault people for him.
let's check with the Port Authority and see and tell him that this fellow accosted us. And we gave him what for?
Assuming that the port authority hasn't been paid off by the people that are moored up here with a load of money.
Seems like the police and everyone is in on the.
I'd prefer to just drop him in the river. If he sinks, oh, what a shame. If he floats, they can float downriver and be plenty away from us.
Well,
Heard of the fellow?
we could wake him up and ask him what he knows.
Yeah, let's tie his hands
With
behind
his
back.
dislocated jaw.
He can write, or actually, he might not be able to.
No,
write.
he can nod and he can blink. And we've got pliers if we need.
Oh,
Good Lord.
well, nothing better. I suppose if the police are no better than thugs, then we might as well be no better than thugs as well.
I'm sure we could do this in a much more medically safe way.
Could pull
You
his
give him tea and
teeth one
biscuits
at
too.
once. Gentlemen, do what you must. I'll stand here and try not to upchuck.
I think if need be, use his own clothing, rip strips off it, or use his own shirt as a way to tie his hands behind his back. And if he's got a belt, use that to tie his legs.
All right.
Okay, so you wake him back up. And he starts coughing. And he tries to open his mouth. And yeah, it's not moving right. Looks at you with wild eyes.
I'm looking to Gerald because you were the one that's saying about waking him up. Have you got any specific questions for him?
I guess, did they go to Innsmouth? Shake once for yes, this way for no?
He has this weird gurgling laugh. He doesn't respond.
Are you with the esoteric Order of Dagon?
It sounds like he's trying to talk, but again, it's
Just shake your head, yes or no.
It sounds like he's laughing, or he's just trying to laugh at you. Um,
Well,
Starts to struggle against the ropes or the cloth that you haven't tied up with.
Answer the question, or we're going to throw you in the river. After we pull out your fingernails and your teeth.
can I do a psychology to see if this guy would
Yeah.
even respond
Yeah.
to torture?
Give me a psychology roll.
Oh no, I failed. God damn it. I think I still think that this guy wouldn't respond to torture, in my medical opinion.
Is the boat still here? Again, all you need to do is nod or shake your head. So they're still here, yeah? Well, you see, that's giving me kind of mixed signals because on one hand, and then I stamp on one of his ankles, fully in with the intention of trying to break it.
Okay, roll me intimidate with a penalty die.
Penalty, okay. That will be. Don't think you need a penalty die with my amount of intimidate.
You got this.
Actually, I would have been close with without the penalty die. So 93 says no.
Yeah, he's just laughing.
I'll
Well,
turn to the others and say, I think we just say night night to this liability.
I will try the Port Authority.
Yeah, I'll grab the guy and get in his face as much as I can and say that it's his last chance before we leave him to die to cooperate with us.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to care.
All right.
Toss him in the water, let him drown.
I'm not going to toss him in the water. I'll just drop him.
I'll be quite
Leave him
happy.
tied up.
I'll quite happily kick him over the side into the drink.
Yeah, so you plunge him into the river and he vanishes into the dark water.
I wasn't part of that.
Part of what?
Nothing. No, of course. Yeah.
None of us were part of any of it. Now you've got a shotgun. We can just go into the Port Authority and say, now listen here.
Jesus.
Tell us what to do.
We have no idea if they are probably not part of the family. They are probably just paid off. That I agree is morally reprehensible that they're taking money for covering up, but they might not be aware of what they're covering up. They're just extras in this whole situation. But if we go into them, there is a likelihood that we could be ratted out to these people.
Yeah, I mean, how long does it take to get by yacht from here to Boston?
Probably 6 or 7 hours. It's
Could we beat him
most
by
likely.
car?
Well, it depends on the wind, I suppose.
I would say more than that.
Could we beat
It's
him by
what-
car then?
It's a
It's what it's
4-hour
for.
drive.
It's for say 4 hours even by train. So yeah, maybe a day then by boat.
Well, we got
Because
our
boats
wheels.
Boats don't move quick. At least not a sailing yacht anyway. But again, they might still be here. So I think how big is the marina?
So as stretching off in either direction are all these piers. Some of them have boats in them, some of them don't. You see that there are ships traveling up and down the river. There are some ships that are moored out in the river. But it's all very dark.
Doing a very, very quick, although you did say there was a full moon,
Yep.
so a little bit of light.
Yep.
Doing a quick kind of count up of masts, how many boats are we roughly looking at that are moored up in the marina itself?
They're pretty spread out, but you'd say there's 5.
Oh, so it's not that many. We can literally go walking around and check the front of them to say, do any of them say the word Leviathan on the front of them? And if they don't, we can either assume they're out in the river. Therefore, if they're still docked, if they're still dropped anchor, they're not going anywhere for the night, but they'll be heading back up to Innsmouth tomorrow or whenever. And if there is one of the 5 that's here, bingo, we know where the hell they are. So I'd suggest we just look around and see if we can find a boat first.
Yeah, keep looking around.
Yeah. So you spend a bit of time. You check the boats that are near you, and it's none of them are the Leviathan.
So if we can drive to Innsmouth and get there first and position ourselves on the dock, we should be able to see it come into port when it arrives.
Where even is Innsmouth?
I believe it's on the coast.
Well, it's a fishing village. It should be on the coast.
Somewhere near Arkham, Danvers, Arkham, Salem.
Yeah.
Sounds like someone had better get a road map out.
Or to make an idea roll.
If it's even on a map.
Pass.
Hard from me.
Okay. Your idea is as follows. You should exhaust all options to see if they're still here before you drive to their hometown. If they have connections here, it is unlikely that it's going to be any easier to stop them by going to Innsmouth.
We haven't found their boat.
So they could be moored out in the river.
Yeah. And we don't know if they're even on the boat.
This is sounding like it's more and more pointing towards going back to that harbour master's office and seeing if they are here.
He would know. They would have to register. Well, it's a risk, but you've got a shotgun, so if he tries anything suspicious, we can defend ourselves, I hope.
Mm-hmm. Or if we raise to the fact that we alert them to the fact that, hey, they've got someone that they've kidnapped on board. If he is an innocent party, he might, I'm assuming it's a he, might be willing to actually help.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, we should check for tattoos, though, if he has the same tattoo as this dude.
Walk in and say, "Excuse me, sir, could you please take off your shirt?"
I mean, if it's on his arm or something.
Right. Well, that's our choice. I'll walk in, you follow me, and I'll pretend to be very official about it all. And make sure you cover me so that if he starts shooting or sticking me with a butcher knife.
The minute he tries anything, if he brings a knife to a gunfight, he's going to lose.
So I'll go up to the door and open. I assume it's an office, so I'll just open the door and step inside.
You see, there's a man. He appears to be in his 30s.
Good evening.
He's smoking a pipe and he's looking over papers and he looks up and he says, "Oh, good evening.
Are you the Port Authority?"
Yes, I am the currently on duty. What can I help you with, sir?
We need your assistance. A young woman has been kidnapped, and we believe that she has been taken on board one of the boats that might be moored in your harbor, the Leviathan. It's owned by a Mr.
Are you
Brian
police?
Bishop. No, we're here before the police, but we're looking for.
Oh, well, geez, if there's a kidnapping, we should definitely get the authorities involved.
Yeah, that's a little harder to get involved than we thought at first, but they should arrive. Do you know where the Leviathan is?
We should wait for them then, right? The Leviathan.
They could leave with her.
They want proof.
Roll fast talk.
Fast talk. How fast is my fast talk? No, it's not very fast at all. Let's see if I can get under 5. I did get 2 3s tonight, which was wild. 95.
Well, so
I'll spend 90 luck.
what? No, this all sounds preposterous. It's too late or early, whatever time it is, for tomfoolery.
I'm gonna show him my whatever medical ID I have and say this suspected kidnapper has we're trying to keep it hush hush. You see, he has problems.
And this guy, the Port Authority, he doesn't look like he's super tough or anything like that, right?
No.
I'm just going to grab his registration book and flip it around and look.
What is the meaning of this? What?
We told you the meaning of it. We're trying to rescue a young woman.
Well, do you have a badge?
And I'm looking down the list to see.
Yeah, there you find records of the ship named Leviathan that was birthed here. They left today.
Oh, shit.
And he grabs his book back. He's like, what is the meaning of this?
We're wasting our time. That's not even here still. We're going to have to get all the way to... Look, a young woman's been kidnapped against her will.
Look, I mean, if you're looking at the Leviathan, they're docked out in the pier.
Why does it say here that they left?
Well, they left today, but I've been seeing them. They take a small dinghy. They've been coming to the shore. I saw them earlier this evening, even.
I see.
You point us in a direction.
A lot of people just moor out in the river. It's cheaper.
Thank you. I mean, you might have contributed to saving this young woman's life.
You'd be able to contribute a bit more if you point us in the direction of which boat it is. Because
to
get the police to act, we need eyewitness reports that she's on board.
Get the police to act. I thought the police were coming.
Yeah, but we have to convince them to lift a finger.
Do you by chance have a dinghy?
I could rent you a dinghy, but look, do any of you know how to pilot a boat? Look, there's a regular who runs his charters. He's usually awake at this time. Marco Cordova. He's just down the way. But look, take these binoculars. See? And he points to you out in the water where the Leviathan is.
The one with 2 masts there.
No, just one. It's small. You see it? It's a yacht.
Yes, I do see it. Are there lights on?
There are. Now, look, I don't know what this is about. I don't really think that you're with the police. In that case, Marco should be your man. And if you don't get out of here, don't leave me like... I won't call anyone, but if you cause any more trouble, I will, all right?
What did we do with What did we do with Butcher Knife Guy? Did we leave him
Throw him
sitting there?
the river.
That's right. Okay, I won't say anything about. I was about to complain about Butcher Knife Guy. All right, Marco. This has been a ridiculous wild goose chase. We have to go. What are we going to do when we get there?
I'll just when we're outside of the office, I'll just point to the shotgun under the coat and gonna go.
International waters where anything's legal.
It's
Well,
in the
no one's
river.
going to see anything.
It's not 2 miles off the coast. It's right there. So, all right, I can't believe this. Perhaps we should call the police.
They're not going to fucking do anything. They're going to
But
say
they might.
it's
We could just tell them there's something going down at the river.
Make an idea check.
20 out of 60. So that's hard.
They have connections to the police department. So tipping them off that you know it.
We live in a world where we can't rely on any of the authorities.
Mm-hmm. But maybe we can rely on Marco. We'll pay him off, and then while he's driving us, see if we can get him riled up.
All right, let's go. Let's go get Marco.
So you go down the ways that the harbor master told you to go. And you see that there's a small boat that's moored. There's a man sitting, smoking outside of it with a light, with a lantern. He's smoking and whittling. He seems terribly bored. Basically, imagine your grizzled old sea type. Long beard, cap. He's smoking his pipe.
Rest for a nor'easter.
Old guy. As you start approaching him, he looks up and he says, "Huh?
Captain Marco."
Aye, that be me.
Quickly, there's human trafficking going on. Whatever your rate is, we'll pay it. We gotta go.
My rate? Well, you see, Sonny, there's my rate, and then there's my rate.
We'll pay you $30.
That's almost at my second rate.
What's your first rate?
Now,
come on,
look,
man. A woman's life is at stake.
I can tell that you're all over your heads.
Can I do
$50?
I was say, can I do a psych check to see if this guy is potentially another plant?
Yeah, you can make a psych roll.
I got an 11.
I can't read anyone tonight.
Wait, I don't even have psychology. Oh, I do. I have 35, so I actually got a hard.
No, this guy seems legit.
Just extortion.
He also seems to be used to helping people with
problems.
Let's say with problems, extra legal concerns, bootlegging and the like.
45.
Oh, negotiations are 50.
A woman's life is.
He's rich. He's good for
50.
it.
Yes, but you must not just give them what they ask for. I'll hand him $50. Now, please. We need to get to the Leviathan.
Now tell me, and he lifts back a tarp on his boat, and you see he has a lot of guns. Will we needing these?
Possibly. How much?
All right, climb aboard. Well, you've got me for $50. If you want one of these, that'll be I can rent it one to you for 5.
That sounds like a fair,
You got a
fair
deal.
rental.
$5. All right. We'll all get armed. I'll spend $20. Well, some of us are already armed.
All right, so tell me, now that it is that we're business partners, what do you need doing?
Someone took our friend, and we need to go get her back.
After raping her, then they decided to kidnap her. And they've got another girl that they've knocked up there as well. So we'll be bringing 2 girls back with us at least, depending on who else they've kidnapped on that thing.
Well, we've got room for them. Sounds like a right group of right bastards.
Yeah. I would thoroughly suggest, if you are capable of using all this hardware, that if you see anyone come up on deck that isn't us and isn't a young girl, put a cap in them.
Shoot them. The cap in them. What a strange phrase.
Yeah, I'll make sure that nobody cuts you off. Now, you just leave things to me. You said the ship was the Leviathan?
Yes.
That's the one.
Okay, so he takes you out into the river, gets some momentum going, and then he cuts the engine and lets you drift until you drift up silently right next to the Leviathan. See that the yacht is pretty long. It has a single mast. There's the wheelhouse, and below that there's where you assume the engine is. And so he takes you up. You drift past the wheelhouse towards the front of the ship. And he ties your boat to theirs. All right. I'll cover the deck and come running if there's trouble.
I
So
for one am
we'll
getting loaded up.
climb on board.
Yeah, kind of quietly to the others, or even before we get over there, that the minute one of us opens up, they're going to know that something's up.
Going to peek in the windows to see strategically where we should position ourselves.
Okay. So again, there's the wheelhouse, so that the deck goes back around the sides. You don't see any stairs down below decks from where you are now.
Probably in the wheelhouse, there'll be stairs going down from there.
From the back.
Can we hear anything?
You just hear the sound of the engine running just for the lights, the power. There's just the low hum of the engine. That's what you hear.
Maybe cut
Well, we
the
have-
engine first?
Then we'll be in pitch darkness.
Oh, that's true.
Well, there was a great big light up above called the moon.
Yeah, but we have to go into the boat, so there wouldn't be any light inside. Well, let's work our way around to the back.
Okay, so working your way around to the back, you stop as you see on the other side of the boathouse. At the back of the boat, they have their little dinghy there, and looking over the water, you see the hulking one, the big brute of the group, kind of looking out into the water.
I'm looking between the rest of you and wondering who's going to act first.
If we could sneak up behind him with
Yeah, exactly.
That the chloroform.
That was what I was thinking.
Okay, give me a stealth roll.
Who's going to do it?
Not me. I've got no stealth.
Well, I don't either, but I do have medicine, so. Oof.
I will take aim with the shotgun in case Gerald fluffs it.
Gerald fluffs it. He's not within 45 either, so he can't spend.
Okay, so you go and your wooden leg scrape on the deck, and the hulking figure stops, stands up straight, and turns around.
I'm going to try to chloroform him.
Okay, roll fighting brawl.
Here, smell this.
He's going to fight back.
Sure, I'll spend to make it a pass.
All right, well, he got a hard.
Oh, then I won't spend. Yeah, I cannot get it hard.
Okay, so you take 4 points of damage.
Oh.
As he just grabs you and just slams you onto the deck. Just picks you up like a rag doll.
Well, our cover's blown.
Well, that's going to have made noise.
And he bellows.
Yeah.
No, but the gun will bellow before he does.
Roll.
Do I get a bonus for aiming?
Yes.
12, which again seems to be a good number for me. I will spend 2 points of luck to bring that down to an extreme. So have
all right. So max damage on the shotgun. Points. Yeah. Okay. You just blast it right through his chest and throat, and he goes down.
Click, bonk with the new cartridge.
I certainly hope that.
And the shot just rings out over the water.
Catherine comes up on board and says, "Oh, I changed my mind, guys."
Bit late. But listening to see if there's any sound below deck of people running.
Yeah, make a listen check. Your ears are ringing from the shot. The engine's going.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a hard listen.
Regular for me.
Yeah, you hear somebody's running up the stairs of the wheelhouse.
Turn, gun come up, take aim, waiting for someone to come through the door.
Okay, so you see coming up you see one of the others, Roger, that was in that group that you saw. It's not Douglas, and it's not like their leader who talked to you. It's just the other one, not a hulking brute. And he's running up the deck with a pistol in his hand.
Well, self-defense. What do you know? Blam! Unless anyone else is getting there
me
before
a roll.
me. 18 this time. I will happily spend 8 to bring that down to an extreme. So again, 24 points.
Okay, and you just he's gone.
Damn, Roger.
Remind me, don't fuck with Roger.
This is why the wealthy have like to go clay pigeon shooting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yep.
Okay.
Thunk.
Everything is quiet other than the engine.
Do we go down with our...
Yeah, so you go down. You see that behind you is the engine room. In front of you is like a lounge. I mean, it's small, but there's some couches and there's a table. And you could see that there was a game of solitaire being played that's been messed up. And then in front of you, past the seating area, you see doors to cabins that are all closed.
Well, let's start kicking in doors. They're not very strong. They're flimsy.
I'll be covering from towards the back to make sure no one comes up behind us and that nothing dodgy happens up front.
So behind you, sorry, in the common room behind you, the engine rooms, there are also 2 cabins behind you, and there are 2 cabins in front of you.
Well, don't open them up directly. Open them up from the sides so that if they shoot out through a door, you won't get hit. Catherine, are you there? I'll yell out.
You hear Lev, and it quickly gets choked off.
Run her back to
That was in front of you.
All right.
One of the cabins in front of you.
There she is. So I rush forward and stand to the side of the door, and I yank it open or push it open.
Okay, so I assume Lev is opening the door. Roger, you're there with your gun.
Mm-hmm. Although low, and again, I'm expecting the guy, if he's got a pistol, he's going to try and use her as a human shield.
The door bursts open, and you hear a shot that with a penalty die. Yeah, he misses. Goes past you, and you see that the cabin's pretty small. You see Catherine is seated on the bed. He is standing up with a gun in his hand. And he's just screaming, "If you fucking come in here, I will kill you all and her." And roll.
If he's that close, I'm imagining that's going to be point blank.
It's pretty close quarters, yeah.
Yeah, don't let him chance to monologue, just shoot the guy. Bit more luck. 35 down to a 10 will be 25 luck. And that will take me down to 20. So, yeah, but I'll make that an extreme and do him again another 24.
Okay, you blow him away. And as this is happening, the other 3 of you all make dex rolls.
31 is good. Yeah. Half hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so you if you pass, you see that the other door flies open. And you see another one of these guys with the gun in his hand come out into the hallway trying to get a jump on you.
I'll whip around and fire my gun at him.
Okay.
30. I haven't written anything down. So what is it's firearms, right?
20 would be base for a handgun.
Yeah. Where is it? I've got 20, so I'll spend 10 points of luck to at least make it hit. A regular.
Okay. Roll damage.
And what is a handgun?
Spend it even more. Spend the luck like you've got it. Take him down in one hit, man.
I could do that. I'd have to spend another 10. So we'll say that'll make it a hard.
Extreme's the only thing that's going to make it a different in damage. So if you've got base, it'll be 4 that you have to get it down.
I'll spend 26 points to make it an extreme.
Okay.
And it's a handgun, so it's 1d8.
1d8, so it's max, and then you roll again.
Okay. 1d8 plus 8.
Okay.
16.
And he goes down in one hit. You hit him right in the chest, and he goes down, and his gun goes off, and you hear a girl in that room start to scream.
We need to save you, miss.
And Catherine gets off the bed. She goes over the bleeding out corpse of Doug, and she embraces Roger.
I was going to say, I thought you were going to say embrace the corpse. I'm thinking, what the hell? You got brainwashed quick.
No, embraces you. Like, oh my God, you came for me.
Damn right. What else are we going to do?
How many are there? Are there more on board?
There was 4.
There ain't any more.
There's not one more? Okay.
Big brute that we took out the back, the other guy that came up from below, the guy I've just blown away, and the guy you've blown away. That's our four.
All right, we got them. And we got a yacht.
It's got a couple leaks in it.
Well, we can set it on fire and send it off into the. It'll look like an accident.
What a shame! The folks happened to fall overboard as they knocked over a candle and set this thing ablaze.
Hey, Cindy, you in there?
Yeah, I'm in here.
Come on, Cindy, let's get out of here.
Yeah, and you see this other woman steps out of that other cabin. She seems pretty dazed.
I want to go through their pockets for souvenirs. Gold pocket watch.
Any more gold?
Yeah, you look around. You don't find any. You say you do find a gold pocket watch.
I'll go check out the engine room just while they're doing that.
Yeah, we got to.
What do you? Yeah, there's nothing in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you lead Catherine and Cindy out onto the deck. And as you're approaching your boat, you hear movement in the water around you. And you can all make sanity rolls as you see 6 of these things, these
fish people.
Frog with giant eyes climb onto the boat.
I failed.
I was not expecting to pass that.
I did not pass that.
Okay, if you fail, it is 1d6. If you pass, it is 1. Ooh, 5. Give me an intelligence check.
I got 6.
Pass.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, fish people.
I mean, I have 85 intelligence, so yeah, I passed.
All right, Tom, you've got the chart.
Oh, let's see. I rolled a 7. What is 7? Hallucinations.
You've seen fish people coming out of the water. That's definitely a hallucination.
Yeah, monsters. I'm probably seeing more monsters than are actually there.
They're there. Yeah, they're coming from all you're surrounded. They're just coming out of the water. They're swarming the boat.
I think that I'm just going to start firing randomly.
Yeah. Gerald, we need you to roll. So it's a D8, Tom.
I got 6.
Yeah, D8. 6. 6 is paranoia. You think we set you up. Or they set you up, however you want to interpret it.
Roger, you're too good with that shotgun.
Just think it was clay pigeons, man. That's all they are.
From behind you, you hear good old Captain Cordova say, "Deep ones? If I knew there'd be deep ones, I would have doubled my rate."
Well, I purposely avoided saying Innsmouth because I was exactly afraid you'd do that.
And all hell breaks loose. The deep ones charge you. So we're gonna go in dex order.
65.
Put your 65.
80.
I have 60.
And I also have 65.
Okay, and so then we've got Cordova's at a 60.
Use your baker skills.
Okay, so you all go before them anyway, so it doesn't matter. So we'll start with Roger.
Grabbing Catherine by the wrist and kind of saying, "I'm not letting go again. and I'm literally dragging her, getting her to Captain Bligh, Cordova, getting her to the boat.
Okay, so you're getting her to the boat. Excellent. Lev, there are monsters everywhere.
I am just firing at random.
Okay, yep. So roll 1d10 for me.
Have to see if we're even hitting real monsters or fake monsters. I rolled a 3.
Okay, so for 3 rounds. So this is round 1.
Okay.
Roll luck.
I kind of know 4. So that's
okay. So you make a firearm test. You actually have a chance to hit one of them.
No.
Okay.
Nowhere near.
Your shot misses. Okay, Gerald.
Since I'm paranoid, I definitely don't trust the sea captain who knows too much. So
Yep.
I'm gonna go into the wheelhouse and try to start up the big boat and drive it away.
Okay, so you run off towards the wheelhouse. Birdie, what do you do?
I'd like to help clear the way for Roger and rush into one of them that's in his way and try to tackle it back into the water. Like, just shove it. I'm not going with it.
Okay, roll fighting brawl. What's your build, I should ask?
Um, let me see. 1.
Okay, so no penalty dice, just
And I got a regular success.
and it failed. So you shove it into the water. Take it off balance. And will somebody roll as Cordova just uses his carbine to fire at one of them?
I'll roll.
Okay.
I got a 40.
That's good, I think. Yeah, it's a regular success. So roll 2d6.
7 total.
So plus 2 is 9. Yes, sir. Yeah, so he fires. It takes a good chunk of flesh out of that one. And when the deep ones go, the one that just got shot dives into the water. The one that Bernie pushed into the water climbs back up onto the boat. That leaves 4 remaining. So Lev, would you like to dodge or fight back as one of them rushes you?
I'm still randomly swinging. I'll fight back.
Okay.
And what am I rolling to?
Fighting brawl.
Roll. I got a 47 out of 25.
Okay. So it just barrels into you and sinks these massive claws into your chest. And you take 5 points of damage.
Oof.
Is that a major wound?
That is less than half.
Okay, so it's not a major wound. Yeah, so you start screaming in agony as this thing rends you with its claws.
Looking into its fishy mouth.
It's got lots of sharp teeth.
A little light thing hanging in front of its face. Ah!
Okay, so that was 1. Roger, 1 is charging for you.
I'm going to go try and dodge because I don't think my primary goal is to get to the boat. So the quickest way is not to engage in combat, is just to dodge like hell. Oh!
I'm going to say that's a no.
I saw 1-0 and thought that was good.
Oh.
I saw the other one and it wasn't so good.
Yeah, you're also going to take 5 damage.
Okay, that's not half of my hit points because I've got 12 in total.
It's trying to grab you and force you out of the way to get to Catherine. Okay, the third one grabs Cindy, who no one is actively protecting. And the last one is going to go after Cordova. So if somebody would like to roll for him.
I'll roll
after that roll,
again.
not me.
24.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Deep one rolled a 98, so he pass. So if you want to roll,
Cordova just keeps gaffing him. He says, "Nah, deep ones."
roll 1d10 plus 1d4.
26. Oh, 1d10, sorry.
Yeah, 1d10 and 1d4.
7 and 1, so 8.
So the devil lunges at him and he just bashes its head in with the butt side of his rifle. And it goes reeling and dives into the water.
He's done this before.
So there are 4 of them left, and we're back up to Roger.
Just, mission objective has not changed. Get with Catherine to that boat.
Okay, at this point, you and Catherine reach the boat.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Lev. This thing has a hold of you.
I'm kind of pinned there, but if still got the gun in my hand, I'm going to just try to fire up into its head.
Okay, give me your roll.
43 out of 20.
Well, it should be point blank.
Yeah, that distance. Yeah.
So what does that mean?
So it's a matter of you get a bonus die for being point blank.
07. Excellent. So I fire right up into its head.
Okay. So 07 is an extreme.
He's got basically 3 luck.
I can spend 3 and make it an extreme.
You're gonna need to spend 3 just because you're in melee range. I rolled for it to fight back.
Okay.
Which you don't, and it got an extreme, so you just need to get an extreme too.
Okay. So I'll spend the
just
luck
because it has a hold
extreme.
of you, so it can control your
your
gun arm. So you manage to will your strength to the point where you can point the gun into it, and you fire. So roll damage.
Damage is, what was it again?
It's 1d8.
Yeah. I rolled a 4.
So plus the impaling
12
plus 8,
extreme 12. Okay, so you blast a hole into that one, and it lets go of you and starts to reel back towards the water.
That's what you get, fishy face.
Okay, Gerald, you make it to the major yacht's controls. How long is your paranoia going?
What is it?
1d10.
1d10.
8.
8 rounds.
Can I just take something to even me out?
Reason.
Somebody needs to intervene on your behalf. All right, Bernie, what are you doing?
I would like to help Cindy by attacking with my hammer.
Okay, roll fighting brawl.
Ooh, 16's pretty good. That's I'll spend 5 luck to make it extreme.
Okay. What's your maximum damage? Has it got a 59?
I'm not sure for a hammer if that's like an improvised weapon or what it would be.
D6? What's
Plus
your damage bonus? 1d4, I assume, if your build is 1.
Probably. Yeah, it is.
Okay, so that's 10. So you bash it in the back of the head and it lets go of Cindy.
Yeah, and I will tell her to hurry and gesture towards the boat.
And at this point, there's the 2 that are injured dive into the water. And when somebody wants to roll for Cordova.
That again. Come on, Cordova. You're our hero. 17.
Jesus. Okay, roll 2d6.
6 and 2, so 8.
So plus 2 is 10. So he blasts a hole and another one. And at this point, they all dive into the water. You've driven them off. They're all still alive, though, which doesn't sit well with you. But
yeah. Well, they'll all drown, of course. But
yeah, I mean that they can't be real, so hey, they can go sleep with the fishes.
I'm going to run for the boat. And if I realize that I don't see Gerald, I'll be like, where's Gerald? Did he get hit? Did he fall in the water?
Okay, Gerald, roll a pilot boat for me.
This is where he suddenly reveals, hey, I've got 70 in pilot boat.
Yeah, you'd be shocked to know.
And we're all abandoning him.
0 in pilot boat, and I got an 86.
1%.
Okay. As the boat lurches, everybody else give me dex rolls.
Oh my gosh, I rolled an 01.
I got a hard again.
Yeah,
01.
hard from me.
Okay, so at this point, Cordova's quickly untying the boat to the boat that's being driven by a madman, swearing a blue streak. None of you go into the drink, and yeah, Lev, you reach Gerald, who has somehow managed to get this boat underway, but with no clear direction.
Gerald, leave the boat. We need to get on Captain Cordova's boat.
He's one of them. He's a
No,
seaman.
he's not. No, he's not. Slap out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you jostle Gerald, and we'll say, Gerald, you come to your senses.
We're all your friends.
At least
Quickly, we need to set this boat on fire and get away from it.
Good
get
idea.
the fuck to the boat. The Coast Guard's on the way. I can see him. We got to get the fuck out of here.
Go.
Yeah.
We'll
How are
kick
we
over
gonna
a gas
sink the
can
boat?
they're not going to get on it if it's on fire. It'll sink itself once it burns.
If Cordova's got a flare gun.
Yeah. Well, there's probably a can of gas or something, some sort of fuel sitting there. So
If you don't get on this fucking boat, I'm leaving you behind.
Go. Let's go. We'll kick it over, light it on fire, and jump onto Cordova's little boat.
To get any fuel, you'd have to go down to the engine room.
Okay.
Well, they won't know it was us. It's we've seen the New York's finest at work.
Finest.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they have a pretty strong case against us as soon as somebody starts questioning where that family went.
We'll just shake our head. We'll just shrug our shoulders and say, I don't know.
Do they have
Perhaps
any proof,
God
though?
did it.
Yeah. Did they have any proof?
Yeah.
I don't even know how to pilot a boat.
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, so you all get on Cordova's boat and you speed off into the night as you see the Coast Guard starts to board the Leviathan. So you reach the shore. He takes you to the other side of the river, so not opposite Manhattan.
We're in New Jersey.
And says, I don't recommend sticking around.
No, and I hand him $300.
Hey.
What's the name of your boat? The Salvation, or
The one true hero.
The Salvation, why not? That's a good name for it. Now,
cool.
Also, I'm not going to tell you the name of my fucking boat. We just committed a crime together. Fuck off.
Well, I've never seen you before in my life.
Captain.
We
I
brought
don't know your name.
justice.
You don't know my name. Forget you ever heard the name Cordova.
What name?
So we're going to have some scrambling to do to figure out how to get away, get safe, get the girls safe.
Yeah, so you're on the shore, and again, Catherine is just clinging to Roger. Cynthia's still in a daze.
Then, Cindy, we can get her back to her apartment where she can meet her brother in the morning.
Yeah, he'll come. I'll go back with him to Virginia.
I would suggest
That's a
definitely
good
getting
idea.
as far away from here as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Turning to Catherine, I know you said that you've got your life here, but realistically, I think you probably want to start a degree course in a nice university somewhere far inland and far west of here. And hell, I would not object to going with you to making sure that we all get set up, go nice and safe somewhere else.
Yes, let's get far away from here.
Nice city in California called San Damiel. You might try there. It's perfectly safe. All right. Oh,
They got great ice cream.
And Gerald, do you have the pills?
Oh yeah, I got those.
No, thank you all. Um, I I'd be happy to pay you for what you've done for me.
don't be absurd.
We're friends. It's what friends do for each other. We look out for each other. We've got each other's backs.
Okay, so Gerald, you give her the pills and the instructions. Roger, I assume you get the first train out of here.
Hell yeah, first class. We are leaving
You're
town.
you're lighting out for the territories. Gerald, Bernie, and Lev. What did the three of you do?
Well, I'm considering moving back to my family estate in Dunwich, where it's safe and things are like in the old days. Yeah, no, I'll move. I got to move somewhere.
Okay, so Lev is also leaving the city. Gerald and Bernie.
I'm probably gonna go back to the bakery, settle down with someone. That's probably the last action hero run that Bernie has.
Yeah, I'm not leaving. I'm just gonna keep living my normal life.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't know who we are.
If anybody questions me, I'll just say, I have a wooden leg. How could I possibly commit a quadruple murder on a boat?
And with that is the end of our scenario.
Oof.
Vigilante
We all
justice for
went-
the win.
We went from being such nice gentlemen to being vicious, revenge-filled.
I didn't kill anybody.
They
Me
got
neither.
what they deserved.
They did. They did. How did Cindy feel? Did she really write that letter and then realized afterwards?
So the story of Cindy, so what the Deep One hybrids have drugged them with was a potion that not only knocked them out, but it also magically ensured that they would get pregnant. So what happened was, so Barbara went to the police and she saw how well that went. She found out she was pregnant. She got an abortion. They picked her up. And in retaliation for aborting the child, they beat her to death. So if you go look at the body, the coroner talks about that she died in a terrible agony, and most of her face has been chewed off.
We didn't need to see that.
Margie, they stalk all of them and they find out that Margie isn't pregnant, or didn't get pregnant, and they leave her alone. So they'll never come back for Margie. Now, if you do the unfortunate thing and you find Margie, and you want to help her out, and you bring her back to Catherine, when they kidnap Catherine, they'll nab Margie as well, which doesn't end well for Margie because they have no need for Margie.
He's just a snack.
Cindy found out she was pregnant, and she didn't want to tell any of her family. So she decided to go to a maternity house to have the child, which was the Blessed Rosary, this Catholic, this run by nuns. And they track her down. And as they were doing with Catherine, they were trying to smooth things over to get her to come willingly. So her rapist brought her gifts and took her, like, I want to make things right, and took her out. And so what she says happened kind of happened. Like, she agrees to marry him. So they bring her back to the boat. They nab Catherine. And they're waiting for they're waiting in the harbor for the elder bishops, as they're called, to arrive, which are the other deep ones. So
was the stabby guy on the port, was he just
he's
part
not
of the clan?
So he's if you follow him, he leads you to a deep one that's hiding by the shoreline. So, and then if you don't suspect him, then he just stabs one of you, which turns that fight bad pretty quickly.
I kept anticipating a somewhat dramatic moment when we killed him and threw him in the water. And then when we're on the boat, he would just suddenly come popping back up. So, just
no, he's not he's not a full deep one. So
not one of them. Well, that was really a good story. It was a little frustrating that, oh my God, it's like our games do kind of tell us that the police are never any help, and they really weren't any help.
To protect and serve, yeah.
Probably had some, the bishop's money and the... All right. Our players included Max Meltzer, Matthew Sanderson, Kaylin McDowell, and myself, with Morgan Llewellyn as the Keeper of Arcane Lore. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members, you can set up private games, and you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Spotify, Podbean, or iTunes. Support for the show is provided by our patrons who are listed in the closing credits. If you'd like to show us your appreciation, please visit our Patreon page, or you can use the thanks button just below the screen. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answer any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck, good gaming.